What's going on, guys? Brian from Paint Society, starting a brand new series. My buddy Jeremy's car, he just picked up an older Mercedes. There's a lot of little things we can do to increase the value of this car in your home garage. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. It's pulling up right now. And here it is. So it is a 01 E320. When we saw this car, I told him he had to get it. He picked it up for 3,100 bucks. I gotta say, in really good condition. There's a few things here and there that need a little bit of work. And what we're gonna do on this episode today is we're gonna start off with, well, one of the best ways to improve the front look of your car is by clearing up these headlights. So let's get started. So along with the headlights, right, there's going to be other things we're going to be doing. You can see that this paint, it's a little bit older, but it can still be polished out. We'll show you how to get some sandpaper, polish it out. This fender, it looks like someone tried to do something here, maybe sanded too far when it went to buff. So paint repairs on this fender. The mirrors are a little bit worn out. Black trim restore. But I got to say, looking down the side of the car, this thing is really straight. It's only been in one accident in the back. The tailgate's been replaced, but really nice looking car. Jeremy has plans to lower it, so we might take you along with that and show you how he gets it lowered and put some wheels on it. But for now, let's get started on these headlights. All right, so the first thing I want to do here is this has a lot of yellowing on here, so we don't want to clog up all our sandpaper. So this is just some degreaser, foaming degreaser, and it's crazy. You could just spray it right on here and they'll look 10 times cleaner right away. You don't have to worry about clogging up all that sandpaper. Job's done, right? Crazy, insane. So we can see here how much clearer it is already. And if you come over to the passenger side, right? Once again, it's just holding the oxidation. So we'll just use some degreaser again. Now, many people will say, well, why can't you just buff them, right? Or why can't I just use toothpaste? Or why can't I just use WD-40? Well, you can. It's going to look great. But the problem is, unless you put clear coat on them like we're going to do today, it's going to look just like this in a couple months, all right? Oh, why can't we buy new headlights? Well, you can do that, but most of you are going to put aftermarket headlights on your car. That's up to you if you want to do. You have to really decide how much, or look into how much the headlight costs itself and see if that's the best option. So you already cleaned this up, huh?
Yes, sir.
How many miles on here?
146,000.
146. Looks really good. I don't know much about engines, but this thing looks nice.
It has no oil leaking from the engine on a 146,000 mile German car.
Wow. And that's unlikely for...
That is, I think they usually come from the factory leaking oil, so it's super unlikely. It's very rare to have a German car that does not leak oil, and this one does not. Oh. These motors are known to be robust. So. All
right, moving along to the headlights, we have this kit right here. It's got 3 different grids, K600, K800, and K1200. We're really gonna focus on the 2, K600 and K800. I'll show you what's inside the kit. And this is pretty much all you need in order to restore your headlights. Now keep in mind, if you don't use a degreaser, then you're not gonna be able to get away with just using this amount of sandpaper. You'll need more. So that's the K600, you get 4 pieces because they cut in half. And this is the K800 and K1200 for later if you need to polish. It also comes with a hand pad. I'm gonna put Jeremy on his side and I'm gonna be on the driver's side. I'm gonna be using the sander, and you don't need the sander at all, but it's a nifty tool to have in your garage if you do not have an air compressor. So this is the hand pad that Jeremy will be using on the passenger side. It attaches like this. And this is a surf prep square sander. Now obviously the paper is a little bit bigger than what the pad is, so you can just cut it down. This is just something that I decided to do on my own. I mean, you don't necessarily have to do it like this, but it does make the scratch a little bit smoother, and it speeds things up if you plan on doing this as a business. So let's get started. All right, so this is 600 with the interface pad, and that interface pad is going to help take the contours of the actual headlight itself. So we'll turn her on. And on my side, since the sander can't get these surfaces, I'll use that leftover, and just to get the edges that we can't get. And on Jeremy's side, once again, you do not need the sander. You need muscle. You need muscle, that's for sure. It'll take a little bit more elbow grease, but the same result. So what's happening here is the 600 is smoothing out the surface. It's taking off any further oxidation. Now, these particular headlights, I don't think they're gonna be crystal clear. They're not like the new age headlights that are completely see-through, but they will look clear looking at them, and they won't have any more of that oxidation. You'll be able to see it. Once that clear hits it, it's gonna look like night and day. I know someone in the comments is gonna say, oh, I can do that with toothpaste. Well, I gotta spend all that money.
Go for it, buddy. Do a toothpaste.
There's always
See how long it'll last.
Oh man, I did that with WD-40.
We did it with the greaser.
All right, so in between, we're gonna use spray away glass cleaner. This is a water-based cleaner. This is gonna take away your fingerprints and all that type of contamination. You can see they're looking pretty good. All right, so we only needed 2 pieces of K600, one for the passenger and one for the driver. We actually have a whole piece left over, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna move over to K800, okay? And the K800, remember, it has a cutting speed of a P600, so it cuts much faster, but it'll leave a 800 grit scratch. So we're gonna go ahead and put that on, and it's gonna refine the headlight scratch even better so that the clear coat can fill it. You might get away with 600, but it's best to go to K800, but no more. If you go more, then what ends up happening is you can lose the adhesion. And that's happened to me.
Out the hard way.
Yeah, that's happened to me in the past. Yeah. We smooth them out, and then what happens down the road is a year and a half later, maybe they start to peel. And most of the stuff that we do can be corrected. It's just usually user error or not having experience. So K800.
Development, baby.
That's it. And we don't want to keep the same tape on there, so we'll take off the tape and then we'll go ahead and wipe it down.
Why, Brian? Is it because it's going to blow a bunch of dust into the paint?
There's a good possibility of that happening.
Right.
It's a very good possibility. I mean, look at my hands.
Right. I like to clean the seals too.
Yeah.
Get all that dust.
And they're already looking good. A little bit of clear, and things are done. And a good way to test out what they're gonna look like before you clear, this is wax and grease remover in this pump sprayer right here. And this will remove any of those last silicone. And look at this, wow.
Brand new.
Brand spanking new, man.
You like the ABS whisperer.
Beautiful.
Wipe them down.
Wipe them down. Now if you're taping, you're gonna be a little bit more careful. Mask off all the rubber gaskets as good as you can. My side, we're gonna tape the top and then I'll lower the hood because we're gonna cover the whole car. We're gonna be using clear coat and out of a rattle can that is a 2-part, similar to what comes out of a paint gun. And this stuff will stick and get overspray and you don't want it on your car. So do a little bit more time in the prep to make sure everything comes out really nice. And we went ahead and just taped the top here, put some paper here so overspray doesn't get through. And now we can layer on our plastic. The plastic we have, you can use plastic from Lowe's if you want. We do a lot of painting here and there, a lot of projects. So one side is treated for overspray and it was only like 30 bucks. And it's just a lot easier to put over the car. Right here.
Okay.
Yeah. And once you have it all plasticed off, just get yourself a razor blade and you're gonna cut right on that tape, not too sharp. You don't want to dig into the paint, just want to cut that plastic. So maybe pull the plastic a little bit and that will help out as well. This razor is not great.
No, it's not.
Yeah. All right, we make it work. And then once you cut out that plastic, just take your tape and take the plastic and tape it back to the original tape you put down just a few moments before. We're ready for the next step, which is actually the last step, which is our clear coat. Now, this is a special clear coat. It's two-part. What does two-part mean? Well, it comes with a hardener and it comes with the clear coat. And when we release the hardener through this little valve right here, it's gonna break the bladder, which is kind of like a container that the hardener is sitting in. And once it breaks, it's gonna release into the rest of the can with the clear coat. And that means it's gonna be the same exact clear coat that can come out of a spray gun, which means it is a much better high quality clear coat. Now, if you get the clear coat from Rust-Oleum or some other clear coat, you might put it on the surface, it might crack, it might not have the best adhesion, so there's a lot of issues you can run into. We've used this clear coat before, the Eastwood and the Spray Max, they're both the same thing, and it has great results. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. Take the cap off right here, and you're gonna put it on that little stem right there, okay? And you have to push it against something really, really hard. So I like to use the ground, and you're gonna wait for the click, just like that, and then give it a good shake. You wanna shake it for a good couple minutes. We're ready to spray the headlights. You wanna make sure you have a respirator when using this type of chemical. Now, we're gonna put 2 to 3 coats on. We'll see how it looks. Keep in mind, it does go on a little bit hazy, but then it clears up. So don't let that deter you. Just let it do its thing. Good. Let's move on to the other side. Look how good that looks. All right, so let's let this sit for a good 5 minutes. We'll put on a second coat. It's already looking good, right?
Looks excellent.
Yeah, I think we'll do 2 coats and we'll see what it looks like. So we allowed around 5 minutes in between coats. This is our second coat coming. Temperature right now is around 80 degrees. If it was hotter, it probably wouldn't come out as nice. So this is why it looks so good right now, because the temperature is towards nighttime. So we're gonna put on the second coat and we don't need to do any more than that. Okay, that's it. Okay. What do you think?
Perfect.
That's good.
Look how quickly
Yeah, that haze. The haze is there because of the spray can, the aerosol can, whatever it's doing inside of the can at the time. Like, I don't know, I can't tell you, but they clear up. Now, the only downside about these cans is I got a full can, and probably within a day or so, it's not gonna be good. I've heard people get a few days, but to be honest, if I were to use this later tonight in this weather, it would start to spray chunky. So get all your projects ready to go so you can get the most out of the can within the hour that you originally take the red cap and break the seal. Let's let this dry for 30 minutes. It dries pretty quick, and then we'll unmask it. All right, so a half hour later, and we're touching the tape, and it's dry. I think it's ready to take off. Man, they look good. Let's go ahead and unmask it. Wow, there you go. Nice.
Teamwork.
Looks good. Wow. Project was, I would say, total of an hour. You can tell that the one I did and the one that Jeremy did, no difference at all, whether you use a sander, whether you use by hand. They came out really, really good. They have a lot more clarity now. A lot more clarity. So that's going to conclude today. Special thanks to Jeremy. Thank you. And we will be back because this car needs a little bit of love, and we'll see what Jeremy has planned for it. And we might also do some auto restoration on it, on the engine or suspension, and bring a little diversity to the channel for you guys so you can check out the different work that Jeremy does. Until the next one, guys, this is Brian from Paint Society reminding you, don't overthink it. It's just paint. We'll see you guys on the next one.